now for this type of problem, it's almost similar to the last one we did. The first step is to identify the equation we'll be using, and since it's a parabola that goes into happy face, we know that it's gonna be the one with x, because it's, remember, the x is either this or this, right? So x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. And since, again, the vertex is 0, we know that this equation can go to x squared for py, right? Now, what's different is the second step. Remember that in the second step, we look for the p, and we input a value to solve for p. Well, in this case, we're already given p, right? We just gotta figure out if it's a positive p or a negative p. And in this case, remember, it's a happy face, right? So we know the p is positive, and we know that the distance from the focus to the vertex is the absolute value of p, right? And they're already telling you where the focus is. So we know that p equals to 5, right? So now we know the value of p, we can now have the equation of this particular parabola. So which is 4 times 5y. So the equation of this parabola is x squared equals to 20y. And now, the third step, which is the last one, because we'll be getting the value, is kind of the same as the last one. Wherever you see the value you're looking for, which in this case are these two a's, let's go for this one first, and let's input it in the equation of this parabola. So x is a squared equals to 20 times y, which is 45, right? This gives us a squared equals to 900, and then a equals to square root of 900. And remember, the square root has a positive and negative value. So what does that give us? A positive and a negative. So the answer to this will be 30. No. Yes, 30. So it will be 30 positive and 30 negative, right? And the last step, this one's actually 4 steps. We already have these values, right? Negative 30. Well, we just have to know the distance. And this can be done 2 different ways. You can either do the distance formula, which I don't recommend, because you can do it by logic. If you know that from here to here is 30, and from here to here is 30, then that basically gives us 60, right? So we know it's 60 inches. I mean, you could do the distance formula and you'll get the same answer, but in this case I recommend you to just visualize it. But in that case, I'll just explain to you the distance formula. Remember, is 1 point minus the other point. So in this case, and then plus 0, because it's 45. And then we just get 30 plus 30 equals 60 squared. And this cancels that. And yes, we got 60, as you can see. So you could do it either way. If you feel more safe doing it with this formula, it's okay. But if not, I will accept the logic between those two things.